Hi again, I'm Emmanuel from Freedom Logs, bringing you yet another freeform video, another video related to freeform logs. These days I'm beginning to take another turn, and this is inevitable, okay? It's inevitable. Why? Because at the very foundation, okay, your hair is an extension of the nervous system. Okay, if you want to go a little deeper with it, if you go to embryology, okay, I don't want to go too deep into the jargons, the medical jargons, okay, because I have a background in medicine. I'm actually a medical doctor in my native country, Cameroon, and of course the world. When you go back to embryology, okay, that's the phase when the fetus, okay, it's still developing and everything, and you still have the embryo or the embryo. At the embryo stage, you have basically 3 different layers on which everything in your body is made from. Your heart, your eyes, your skin, your bones, your teeth, you know. And those 3 layers are, you have the endoderm, you have the ectoderm, and you have the endoderm, ectoderm. There's a third one, mesoderm, mesoderm, okay? MESODERM, ectoderm, like ECTODERM, just so you could do your own research. So out of these 3 layers that are formed, okay, at the embryo stage of your development, okay, you have the different body organs that are formed from these different layers. I'll give you an example, and it's related to what we're talking about, okay? The nervous system and your skin all spring out from the ectoderm. Let me take that again. Your nervous system and your skin, okay, they all grow out of what we call the ectoderm in that embryo stage. So, and I remember as a medical student how blown away I was when I found this. I was reading, I was getting very much interested in psychiatry. I saw myself as a psychiatrist. I was going to actually specialize in psychiatry. And I think this is just because I was very much, and I'm still very much in tune and very interested, you know, with the neuro side of things, okay, neurology in general, but also the mind, the study of the mind. That is what psychiatry is all around, okay? Even though later on I dissuaded from that decision because I went away because I realized that the very foundations of classical psychiatry as we know it is very much drenched in, I want to use toxicology, but it's very much drenched with the use of pharmaceutical products, okay? A lot of drugging going on there, and they say that the difference between a psychiatrist and a psychologist is that a psychiatrist is the one that can administer, that can prescribe medication. You see? That's just a simplistic way of differentiating them, okay? I know there's a lot more, but that's a simplistic way of differentiating it. So when I realized that, I was like, And this happens when you start growing and when you start learning more and more about what big pharma is all about and all of that, okay? So that's how I got there. So to come back into context, your skin and that is your hair included, okay? When we talk about the skin here, we're talking about the hair, okay? Because your hair springs out of your skin, okay? So your skin and your brain cells your brain, the nervous system, your spine, your spinal cord, all of that springs out of the ectoderm in the early developmental stages of a human being. Okay, so I'm smiling because because not all of us are human beings, you know what I'm saying? You have nine ether beings, in my opinion, and nine ether beings are not human beings. Okay, if you're a nine ether being, you're not a human being. But that's for another day. So as a medical student, I was reading about acne. Okay, ACNE, you know, pimples, acne. And the research shows that when I was looking at the treatment, okay, for acne, it says, you know, apart from the antibiotics, okay, that are generally prescribed, and the other topical ointments or whatever that you apply, there's a very important part in the management and the treatment of acne, which has to do with the mind, stress, self-esteem issues, and stuff like that. And when I read that, I was thinking about all the friends I knew, especially the female ones, who had been struggling a lot with acne, and I was trying to dig deep into their state of mind, and you know how it works two ways. The acne kind of produces this feelings of low self-esteem, you know, growing up with that. Yeah, it's a vicious cycle. And the other way around, okay, your mind also affects your skin. In fact, when I learned that the skin and your nervous system in general all spring out, have the same origin, because that's what I mean. Brain, spinal cord, nervous system, and your skin all have the same origin, then we can understand why skin diseases could be linked to your mind, the state of your mind. We can extend that to, you know, everything else. Another way of saying this is that your skin is one of the best expressions of your health state, the state of your health at that moment. Okay, so if you have good glowy skin, I can hear you guys saying something there. If you have good glowy skin, then that is an indication of glowing health as well. That shows that you're thriving in your mind, your spirit, your body. So if you have dreads or you have any form of hair, that's an extension, so to speak, of your nervous system. Okay? Because when you go deeper into the layers of the skin, I'm talking about stuff like you have the Bassini corpuscles, you have the I've forgotten the other ones. You have a whole network of if you've seen a computer chip, or you've seen, you know, those little components down there, you see the transistors, you see all of those things on it, or even in a radio, or any device that can either tap into Wi-Fi or any electronical device that can receive signals. When you put your skin, those skin layer, like the topper one, that you look at the layers of the skin. I don't want to make this into too much of a medical lesson or a health, or let's not put too many medical jargons here, okay? If you cut through those layers of your skin, you'd see, especially at the top layer, there are some components there, okay, which in effect help you to tap out and receive signals from out of your body. Okay, you can receive outer body signals, okay, through this cellular component on your skin. You don't need to be a doctor to know all of this, okay? let me give you an example. When you walk into a room, okay, or you're outside, it's the night, or you hear something and you're scared, and if you before you even figure out what the thing is, either behind you or when you walk into a room, if you're very attentive, and I'm hoping that you're still very much connected to your body and you're self-aware, you're going to feel some tingles in your skin, okay? That tingling is a response you're getting, and if you look at your skin, you have what they call goose pimples, okay? And if you look closer, you see that your hair is raised, okay? That is you tapping in your environment, okay, for information around you, okay, at that moment. You're trying to sense your environment, okay? That said, we don't only have 5 senses as we've often been taught, okay? Sight, taste, hearing. How about proprioception? There are many other senses you have. So, to bring this into context, your hair, okay, has that ability to tap in. Your hair is an antenna, is antennas, if you like, that are able to tap into the stream of consciousness and get downloads, okay? All right, so you see the connection right there? Yeah, that's one of the connections, okay? We haven't gotten into the melanin issue yet. From now on my channel, you're gonna get a lot of videos. Yes, there'll probably be freeform lock tutorials, okay, how-to videos, but every now and then I'm gonna be slipping in content which is related to your inner powers, okay, how that's related to your hair, your locks, but also in a more broader sense, okay? And this is going to be more of me sharing my experiences with you, you know, as I move on this journey. I'm reading about cyclomancy. I don't know if anybody knows the book by I'll find the name of the author and I'll share it with you. Cyclomancy kind of shows you how you can tap into your body, your mind, okay, and harness and bring out some of these hidden powers in you. Yesterday, for instance, I was learning about induced vision, okay? The topics are actually related, okay? I hear you saying that, but how is this related? This guy is taking us round, back and forth. It's gonna make sense later on, okay, if you can't follow in. But for you who is already like in these topics, in these conversations, I know you've already picked on this. So, to give you an example, and I want to start these exercises, okay, because it's a very practical book. It gives you exercises as to what you do. I'm going to share more about this. So, in induced vision, for instance, here's what happens. You have the power to form an image in your visual center, okay, and fire that image with the use of your higher psychic powers. Drive that image through your optic nerves, okay, to the retina. The retina is that backstage of your eye, okay? If you've seen like if you're at a theater, for instance, okay, and there's a play going on, you see everybody on the front stage, okay? Everything that happens behind the curtains, which we don't see as spectators, okay, that's the backstage, okay? So the retina which is in your eye, is like the backstage of your eye, okay? And as you must have guessed it, it's a dark room. It's dark. It's not the visible side of your eye. It's behind, okay? So when you form that image in your visual centers and you fire that with your psychic powers, right, through the optic fibers and the optic nerve, what most of you know is that the optic fiber only carries images and broadcasts these images onto your retina. But what I'm guessing you still didn't know, like I did when I was learning about this, I was like, whoa, it blew my mind. That some optic fibers can actually transduce, they can convert these images into sound, into radio waves in your retina. So you can hold this image, send them through your optic nerve fibers, and then convert that image into radio waves, and then you could transfer these radio waves to somebody else, okay? And they can tap into those radio waves and see exactly and vividly what you're seeing and experiencing. Whoa! Salesmen or salespeople, preachers, politicians, they already do this, okay, subconsciously. They are able to take a vision, okay, a product, a service, and do what I've just explained to you like this, and then transmit it through radio waves, and then you tap and you can see the vivid image of whatever this person is projecting. Powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. Now, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna make the connection. Now, if you remember, we have neuromelanin. Okay, if you're a melanated being, you have more of the neuromelanin. Neuro, N-E-U-R-O, melanin. Okay, and one of the features of neuromelanin is that it can translate, or it can transform light impulses into sound, and vice versa. That's why melanated people are more sensitive to sound, music, rhythm, even light, colors. They have a wider range of perception or appreciation of color and sound. This is no slight to anybody, okay? This is just facts, okay? What this means is that if you're a 9-ether being, even if you aren't, okay, because you have that capability in you, okay? But if you're a 9-ether being, listen, this process can even be more enhanced for you, because you have the features in you to make it more pronounced, to make it realer, okay, to make it more evident. It could be not necessarily easier for you, but let's just say that because of your 9-etherness, this exercise of induced vision might be easier for you. So that's the kind of thing I'm beginning to want to get into. I'm hoping, well, if this made some sense, I'll be happy if you drop some comments below, share your experiences, okay? And we could chop it from there. You guys have a fantastic weekend, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.